Now in H-Town Rush, weekend washout. Rain drenches Houston.
A flash flood watch in effect for the next 3 days.
Thunderstorms already firing up across our region.
A flash flood watch is in effect area-wide until Sunday morning. First flash flood warning, though, for Montgomery County is in effect until 9. High water spots will be a concern.
We're live on the roads checking trouble spots, and Cheetah is tracking the storms as you leave your house.
Easy as 1, 2, 3. Houston football stars with a bright future in the NFL. The biggest moments from the first round of the NFL draft.
A pandemic silver lining.
Mask requirements helping us beat allergy season.
It's Friday, April 30th. Let's start the show.
First at 6:30, waking up on Weather Watch. Radar, you can see it here, fired up, showing that heavy rain and thunderstorms. And it's a mess on the roads, too. Our network of TransStar cameras showing just one of the wrecks. It really is messing with your morning drive. Welcome to H-Town Rush, everyone. I'm Xavier Walton.
I'm Stephanie Simmons.
I'm Brady Smith.
And I'm meteorologist Cheetah Craft. Well, we are going to get to traffic. It is a mess out there, but let's talk about the weather, what's going on. We do have a flash flood watch in effect until Sunday morning all across the area, and that is because basically what we're seeing this morning, we are going to continue to see this type of rain through about 10 o'clock this morning, and then we'll slowly start to see our rain chances taper, push repeat for tomorrow. We do have our first flash flood warning that's in effect for portions of western Montgomery County. Those are areas to watch for high water. The good news is some of the really strong thunderstorms from Fort Bend County, Wharton County, and Matagorda County earlier this morning. I was really getting concerned about those. They really started to break apart before before there were high water spots. So that is the best news. And our rain chances actually drop. So we are going to be on weather watch. You need to stay weather aware, especially for the morning commute and those high water spots. Steph, I know you've been monitoring that.
Oh, it's been nuts this morning. Let me get you right to our quad camera showcasing a few of the biggest problems out there. Doesn't mean those are the only issues we're dealing with. So westbound side of the Northwest Freeway, that's your 290 at Fairbanks, that's your lower left. You have all but one lane blocked off from a 2-car crash and the tows not yet on scene. The lower right is going to be your Southwest Freeway problem where only one lane available on the southbound side as you head towards the West Loop at 288. 18-wheeler involved in that issue, and that has been with us since, my goodness, 5 o'clock this morning. I've got more coming.
All right, Steph, we'll just take a look at some of this video. Sheets of rain coming down. This is on roads in Huntsville. And just take a look, too, at this radar just behind us. You can see, obviously, it is just lit up this morning.
Yes, it is. Michelle Choi is live on the west side. So, Michelle, what's it like?
Hey, good morning, guys. Not too bad where we are right now. We are off of I-10 and Greenhouse Road. You know, this is another flood-prone hotspot whenever there's a consistent downpour. But the good news is, guys, we're not seeing any kind of flooding at this point now. About 30 minutes ago, however, this area was getting hit with heavy rain. But as you can see, we are getting a bit of a break at right now. Now, that's generally what we've been seeing driving around the Houston area for the last hour or so. Earlier, we were in Southwest Houston on 59 and Hillcroft, another flood-prone location where we didn't see any major issues other than some ponding and low-lying areas along the surface streets, which is kind of what you're seeing here right now. However, guys, it is gross. It's wet out there, so just be mindful as you head out this morning to give yourself a few extra minutes and be careful. Back to you.
All right, Michelle Choi, thank you. Not bad, but it could always be worse. From Michelle, we go straight to Anieli Ruiz live in the weather tracker this morning. Anieli, where are you right now and what are you seeing there?
Good morning, Steph. We're on 59 South. We're headed towards Sugarland. We just passed up the Beltway. Traffic is moving pretty smooth if you're headed south this way. We did see a few accidents, though. Several cars spinned around there on 59 and 610, not causing any major delays. But again, asking people if you're headed out the door this morning just to drive carefully. Please make sure you keep your distance, from the car in front of you. Again, the roads are very, very slick. We have not seen any flooding yet, but we have seen quite a lightning show this morning, just lighting up the sky. Again, if you're headed out, just be safe, keep the distance from the car in front of you, and of course, we'll keep watching the roads and keep you guys informed with the latest. We'll send it back to you.
All right. Anieli Rees, thank you for that. We do have you covered around the clock with our KHOU 11 mobile app. Anytime rain is headed your way, you can track where it is and where it's headed. The app is free to download in your app store. And Xavier, we turn to this, a big announcement coming today from the U.S. military.
Steph, the Army is releasing its findings from the investigation into the murder of Houston's Vanessa Guillen. The investigation looking into what Guillen's chain of command knew about her death at Fort Hood. Now, there aren't many answers out there because the suspect, Aaron Robinson, took his own life. His girlfriend, Cecily Aguilar, is the only other person charged. And this week, her attorneys filed a motion to dismiss her indictment. We do expect the investigation results at a press conference that's scheduled for today at 1:30. And all this comes as more senators push for a military reform bill tackling sex assault and other serious crimes. The bill prevents military commanders from deciding whether or not to prosecute those cases. The bill's author, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, says the recent findings from Fort Hood surrounding Guillen's death gave the bill new life. Now, that bill is delayed until next month when a commission is supposed to release its own report on sexual assault in the military, Steph.
Yeah, I tell you what, reform like that can't come soon enough. All right, we turn now to Montgomery County, where a case of road rage ends with one man shot and the search for the person responsible.
Deputies say the man was shot while driving to his job with two co-workers. It happened on the I-45 feeder road near the Rayford exit near the Woodlands. The gunman was driving a gold or tan pickup truck. Some of the shots hit another woman's car, but she wasn't hurt.
Body camera footage from police shootings in Houston involving injury or death will now be released within 30 days. Mayor Sylvester Turner said the city will also stop no-knock warrants for non-violent crimes. Next month, the city will launch a new website where people can submit anonymous complaints against officers. These were all recommendations made by the mayor's task force on police reform.
So it's our hope that it will help us drive down the crime.
A bright spot for the Rockets. 20-year-old Kevin Porter Jr. became the youngest player ever with 50 points and 10 assists in a game in a win over the Milwaukee Bucks.
Whew! 50, can you believe it?
Not bad.
All right, well, it's time to talk about one of the most anticipated sporting events of the year. And Brandy, it wasn't even an actual game.
No, Xavier, but there is still plenty on the line.
With the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, zero surprise there, but there you have it, the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. If you watched it and thought, where are the Texans? You are going to have to wait a while. Unless they trade up, the Texans don't have a pick until round 3, and that's after round 2 later tonight. But let's talk about some of these first-round picks because there are some local names in there, like Jalen Waddle, who played for Episcopal. He was the 6th guy off the board.
The Miami Dolphins select Jalen Waddle, wide receiver, Alabama.
Yeah, here's another one. Rashawn Slater is headed to the Chargers. They had the 13th pick. He played at Clements in Fort Bend. And not a big move for Peyton Turner. He played at U of H, and the Saints grabbed him at number 28. Tonight, it's rounds 2 and 3 of the draft. We're going to have to see how many more local guys get